is like when you're ready, you take this, gravitate towards the center of the place that we determine, define, and come together there in a cluster. Just be and settle into your standing.
My experience on the beach brought up a lot of stuff. It brought up at times, just because all of a sudden it was in a performance and there were people watching. So at the beginning of it, it took me a while to sort of really just be in my own breath and my own sensation, because I started to watch what other people were doing. So when I was in that place, it was really hard for me to play. But as soon as I started to really be there in the wind and the birds, the sounds of the birds and the ocean and the texture of the sand, and then include other people watching as in that bigger place of participating, then there was room for me to play with other people. Although in truth what I ended up playing more was with the elements. And that seemed to move me more than the actual other people there. It was interesting. The elements seemed to be bigger than the immediacy of other people. So it held a lot of sense that there was stillness in it for me. And the wind is breath, and how that informed and changed sound and my breath and movement for me. So it was a really wonderful experience to move from this space, the studio, this contained space of breath, into something that had no limit whatsoever.
The beach event was the first time I'd ever participated in this kind of thing outside. So that lent a whole other quality to what we've been working with. We've been working a lot in that weekend with being in ourselves and allowing this expression, and really being with the others in the space and what we were creating spontaneously together, just in terms of a group of people expressing themselves in their breath. So then we get out onto the beach and there's the mountains and the water and the sand under our toes and the wind and people watching. It lent a very different experience of what being in myself was. And I could sense that urge to try come in. But the difference for me was that I sensed it, and I could remember to just be in myself in this big, wide space of all the stuff going on around me. I could participate by being so strongly in myself and just wait. I could just stand there, and that was enough.
The experience at the beach was really interesting. There was some anxiety about, my gosh, you know, we're going to go down there. It's this gorgeous day, the mountains, the water, the beach, everything, and people, all these people, what are they going to think? And then I thought, you know, just allow this surprise to happen and see what happens. The allowing of the breath to just to be in everything that we were doing that day. And my experience was that I didn't really notice the cameras that were there. I did not notice the people that were watching. I was more present to the collaboration that was going on with everyone and with no one. Sometimes you're by yourself and nothing is happening except you're one with. You're in the oneness of this breath, and you're one with the earth, the sky, the water, everything that's there. And then all of a sudden somebody was there, or 2 or 3 people were there, and you're with them. So the allowing of the breath, the allowing of whatever will be.
The day we went to the beach, when Jörg said that he wanted us to go to the beach, I had all this performance anxiety happen, and I thought, we're going to be on the beach, and we're going to be moving in these abstract ways, and sounding vowels, and people are going to be watching us, and we're going to have 2 people on cameras filming us, and they're not going to know what we're going to be doing. My whole experience is going to be doubting each moment what I'm doing, what people are thinking. The people behind the cameras aren't going to know. That's what I thought my experience was going to be. Driving there, I wished I was going somewhere else. We get to the beach. We stand. I see the sky. I see the ocean. I see the mountains. And something happens and I expand. I encompass the elements. I encompass the birds. And I sense my breath. And I'm moving in these ways that just seem right. And I'm sounding. It was amazing.
That performing arts training for me not only was about me being able to participate in it with Jörg and have him come up here so that I could become a player, a participant, but also for me to lead the program in the, I led 3 of them. Yes, I led 3 of them. The challenge of that. So it was about, for me, that ability to trust myself, to be in the class, in the program, to trust myself as a performer. When I perform, there's always been this aspect of what does that person want from me, and how can I give them what they want, and am I doing the right thing? And for me, the performing arts training really, really started to allow me to just trust my own sensations and my own movement. And if somebody in the explorations would offer me something, it wasn't like, oh my God, what do they want from me and how do I respond to them? But whatever that offer was, I could receive it and continue with whatever was ever happening in terms of my own breath and my own sound and my own ability to play. So the performing arts for me was about playing. We're playing truthfully. We're playing in the moment, in surprise, vocally, physically, spiritually. And then to become a teacher of that and to actually run a weekend with the people that I had been playing with, and creating the space for that continuation of what does it mean to be in the texture of sound and movement and other breaths and other offers, and trust your own sensations and impulses and experiences of that, and let that feed my sound, speaking wise or singing wise or in any way. So so yeah, I had a lot of different possibilities with that. So it taught me a lot as a teacher, and holding the space for other performers and other people exploring it, and also for me as a participant to trust myself and trust my impulse and not censor all those wonderful things that are possible.